Look at this, guys. It's been a good year. I've literally had hundreds of plums. Are now prunes on these trees. They're everywhere just because the glut of fruit that I had plums early on. But here's where permaculture works. Actually, here's where a catalpa that belongs, this is a rescued catalpa tree. It belongs on a creek stream. See it along Turkey Creek, or what we call the green bean tree. And it's already, we're not even in August yet, but it's lost all its leaves. Joplin, Missouri's been in the national news twice just for drought. Meanwhile, St. Louis is completely underwater, and Kansas City's got its rain too. But here's what permaculture can do. This is a backyard food system in southwest Missouri, in a neighborhood. But there's 60 little fruit trees in this backyard that started at one time. But here's this elderberry. And elderberry also does well along Creek Stream, but it's had absolutely zero water supplementation. And you can tell we're still going to have a bumper crop of elderberry. It's been protected and nursed underneath this redbud tree here, and still produces. This is probably, oh, in the top, that's 12, 13 feet high. And has some dryness on the outside. You can tell these look a little bit dehydrated and have already went to fruit, but we're supposed to get some rain today, which would be nice to finish these things strong. But I'm going to have a absolute bumper crop of elderberry, where meanwhile everything's dying. I've seen lilac bushes that are 10 and 12 years old that are dead because of this. And I'm not talking dormant and went to dormancy. I'm talking you can already snap the limbs on them, and stuff has been suffering. The peaches are getting ready to come on in August. One of the best things we did was stagger our peach trees and our pear trees, so you get different varieties. And these are all on top of each other. The sad part is, on permaculture, when I started with 60 trees in the backyard, you do have to end up sacrificing some of them trees. But like I tell anybody, stick your trees now. It doesn't matter. What if you're wrong? If you're wrong, then it was a $19 mistake for a top-end fruit tree, and you saw it out. But there's also a lot of happy accidents that happen in permaculture, where you stick a tree and think, this is a stupid place to stick it, but I'll stick it here, and it just works. It's a microclimate that you didn't know, and it just absolutely works. But I'm at the point where some of these will have to be thinned now, and these are all big producing trees. But the higher the catalpa grows and the higher that river birch grows, they get less sunset, and you see a lot of these limbs are crawling out to really set their fruit. Look at these peaches. So I'll probably come in this winter and do a hard cut on all these limbs. Even though they're good peach limbs, they're just not getting enough sunshine to develop the fruit you want, and just lead it over here. As well as train these apple trees to start going out this way now, so they can get sunshine. And then that catalpa, as much as I love it, it may have to be sacrificed in 10 years. You know, it wasn't supposed to be here. It was a rescue tree, but it sure has nursed a lot of the rhubarb is underneath here, and it's nursed a lot of these plants, but it may overstay its welcome. But right now it is struggling in this little permaculture system, where a lot of stuff that we have isn't. So elderberry coming from Wild Turkey Creek Farms is still doing good at this point in time, and we're probably 3-4 weeks from any serious harvest. But we'll have enough in here to elderberry the entire city of Joplin.